Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. And the first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God, you look awful red on that picture. I hope it ain't sunburned. Did you hear me?
I'm here. Hey, only made the motion on the,
Mayor, you need to read that first. Still
Yes.
talk, be
Yeah, I'm
I'm
quiet.
gonna come up with a couple issues.
Todd,
You
hang
guys hear me?
on. Todd, hang on one second.
Yeah, I got to read something here first, Todd, and then you can pipe up here. Okay, per Minnesota State Statute 13D.02, Councilman Todd Cohn will be participating in tonight's open meeting via interactive television, which is open and accessible to the public. Todd Cohn confirms this, and he's located at the Cusco Hotel in Islamorada, Mexico. First thing, to confirm that the council can clearly hear Todd Clone. Confirm that Mr. Clone can clearly hear the full council, so when we do speak, everybody speak into their microphones. And confirm that Mr. Clone's location is open and accessible to the public. All requirements in the Minnesota open meeting law are satisfied, and Councilman Clone are participating during this open meeting. Todd, you can hear us, correct?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you fine.
Yes.
Okay, and you are in Mexico, that's correct?
Correct.
All right. All right, so we're going to open up the meeting, and Todd's participating. And the first order of business is to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll make that one. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Approve? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. What we did is move the conditional use permit to the first item of business, and this is to approve the conditional use permit for the public pier project. Todd, you got anything to say on that?
Yes, Dennis, I have a couple things I just want to bring up that has come to my attention over the last week. Number one is that the DNR cannot mandate or make us do an EWA, but when we submit a permit to the DNR, they could postpone the permit process until we do an EWA. This would stall the process of the DNR permit. If we've been able to not do an EWA and the dock is built, down the road, if there's an environmental problem, we would be liable for that as a city, and it would be way more than the $40,000 to $60,000 that we would pay for an environmental study. And number three, they also told us, the DNR told me and someone else, that the state or the residents of Ranier could also sign a petition. It would only take 100 residents to also postpone that till we do an assessment. So I would like to move forward to make a motion that we do the zoning to change it, just so that you understand that there could be consequences down the road. And I firmly believe the DNR is going to probably not accept our permit until we do that anyway. We can let it, it's just going to push everything back more and more and more. So I just wanted to bring that up. But I will make a motion that we accept the zoning, change of the zone for the dock, the cup. But I just wanted to bring all that information up so we're all on the same page. Maybe we need to review that at the next meeting for the environmental assessment. That's my feeling, that's what I have to say.
Okay, is there any other comments on that? I'd like to make a statement too. I've done basically the same thing that Charlie the Duke has been doing. Todd did. In retrospect, I basically think It will be up to the city of Ranier to call for an EAW if necessary, and that is totally discretionary and it will be up to us. I have talked with the DNR on 3 different phone calls now. I started with the assistant commissioner of the DNR. He referred me to the regional manager, who happens to be Jessica Parsons' boss. And then from there, I went right on to Randall Donahue, who's calling me tomorrow. He's in charge of all environmental reviews for the state of Minnesota. So again, EAWs are strictly discretionary for the city under this design that we have right now. So with that said, is there any other statements?
I would just like to say that I agree with Todd, and I maintained what I maintained last week when things got contentious, is that this conditional use permit should be approved with the condition of the environmental assessment worksheet, which is not designed to make a project fail, and it is there as a way to save the city if there's ever anything with liability. And if we don't do that, I don't, thus far, I think it's the right thing to do, and I would put forward that we change this motion to approving the CUP with the condition of proactively pursuing an environmental assessment worksheet. And that's what I would ask the comments that I have.
And I would also agree with that, also with Todd and with Jen.
Well, Todd is calling for, if I'm correct, Todd made a motion to, did you make a motion to approve the CUSP?
Yes,
The
I
conditional
think
use permit?
We forward through with the cup, and then the DNR, they're gonna let us know already, so we should probably discuss this at the next meeting and see if this is gonna push the project back. But I do make a motion that we move forward with the zoning, because if we don't, we won't know what the DNR says. We gotta know what they say.
So the motion on the floor by Todd is to accept the conditional use permit, recommend approval of conditional use permit. All in favor? Do we got a second?
I need a second.
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Is that with
The motion is for a conditional use permit, to approve a conditional use permit.
The motion is to approve the conditional use permit.
Yes, that's the motion, and we've got a vote on it now.
I'm going to say yes, but I would also like to note that with what Todd noted, that at our next meeting, we start addressing the possibility of doing an EWA.
Jen?
No, I vote no. I'm going with my original.
I vote yes.
Could Todd hear everybody?
Did you hear anybody, Todd?
Yep, I heard everyone.
Good.
All right, motion approved. Next order of business, to approve the bid letting for landside construction for the public pier. We had an estimate for rebuilding the dock at the beach, the public beach, right here at Duluth Street, and over by
Jameson.
where?
Jameson.
Yeah. Jameson addition. We have 3 quotes on it. They come in.
Mayor, this is for the landside construction for the.
Right,
For the
yeah.
pier, yes.
I'm just explaining that we got 3 quotes, one for each particular area. Did a really nice job of detailing what he's going to do, how he's going to do it, and everything else. The bids come in substantially, actually pretty close to what we had from another contractor. They are extremely high. Cheryl is in the process now of checking to see if we can get some more money from FEMA. you haven't done that yet, so, I mean, we just got these on Monday, so we've had no reply from FEMA, so, we do have, a guaranteed amount of, what, 65 or 7?
No, I don't have the number right in front of me, but yeah, somewhere 40 something, we already spent part of it,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So,
But
We-
Mayor, this is for the landslide construction for the pier project. To begin, to let the bids out for the landside part. of
oh,
the
I
pier
thought that's the
project.
name of his construction company too that gave us,
Oh,
that,
okay, no, this
okay.
is- yeah,
So
yeah,
I can
sorry,
see,
yes.
sorry for the confusion
Yes.
there. We had a company called the same
Yes,
name that gave us
Sorry.
a quote on fixing up the other docks, so. Okay, this is to approve the bid letting for the land, the land portion.
yes, yes,
The
sir.
land portion of the constructions for the public pier, in other words, the stuff that's on the blacktop right by Looney's and, nothing in the water or,
Correct.
so,
It'll be the-
and that's just a bid letting, and to approve bid letting, they haven't set the date, have they?
No.
So that'll be sometime in the near future. They haven't even issued a set of construction plans, but they're close on having them complete.
Correct.
Obviously, I know that was the one where they were going to extend the sewer, but obviously the sewer was going to just stub out as far as the dock location, as far as this job. So that's just to draw up the plans and set a bid date.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second
Excuse
that.
me, could I just ask what you're talking about?
Pardon me?
What are you talking about that you're spending
Oh,
money on?
what they did on the pier, Sue, they divided up the pier project. They have the land portion of it, which is just a half a block of street reconstruction, a little bit of,
Black topping, things like that?
Yeah.
that is correct. And just everything on the land, nothing in the water. So it's a smaller project, same project, all part of the big pier project, but this is,
It's just the.
you know, like phase one of it, you know what I mean? The big
So
pier
why
project.
did you bring up the sewer then? What did that have?
Pardon me?
Why did you bring up the sewer?
Because the sewer is in the street, and what they're gonna do is stub it towards the dock, just stub it out so that when they put the new blacktop in, the sewer is stubbed out. We're not, you know, as we know, we talked about before, the sewer is not gonna, we're not gonna install the grinder station in the pier, but they're gonna run the pipe out in there so that if for some reason in the future they wanted to put something in the pier, the piping would be under the, you know, under the concrete and everything else. So that's, it's a minor item and something you couldn't, it'd be real costly to do in the future if you ever did it. So this is just for the small portion of it, and they're just setting a bid date for it and finish the consent of plans, so. Anyway, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Is there, who seconded?
I did.
First is-
Wilbur.
okay.
Wilbur first, I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next order of business. Motion passes. To approve March 21st regular council minute meetings. Everybody have a chance to read those?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. To approve the March 2024 claims list. Everybody's got a list of that? Any issues on the claims? Have a motion to approve. Got a
I'll
second? And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Opposed? So carried. To accept the account balance and disbursements ledgers for the financial statements for various funds for March 31st, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To approve ordinance 167, Mid-Continent Cable Franchise Agreement. That's the one that Mr. recommended that we not approve that unless there's some adjustment on, I think it was number 9. Yeah. Do you got in some clarification on that, Todd?
Well, I just know that, if 10 years is a long time, and if we decide to build, or we do build a shop, and if we do, within 10 years, decide to build a new office building, we would have to pay for the new drops for any new building. I would like to make a motion to approve the Midco finance agreement with the following change. The drops to public buildings guarantee E shall provide standard installation of one cable drop, one cable outlet, and monthly basic cable service without charge for 3 franchisee-owned buildings. That's the argument. And I would like to have that put in, excuse me, a condition of approval.
I'll second that.
So we got a motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. To accept $4,000 in donation from the Ranier Rec Club.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
So carried. Setting May 21st as at 6 o'clock for our annual financial audit review. Right now, that's just the date, so
That's fine with me.
is that okay with everybody on May 21st?
It's right before the council meeting.
Pardon me?
It's
Just a
right
half
before
hour.
the council meeting, yes.
Okay, that's just information. We'll do that. To accept the liquor store, is Jen here? Jen, yeah, you want to come up? We check over the financial state. You got anything going on with, we missed you last week.
Sorry, had an emergency. We have a band this Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone wants to come down and check it out? Am I not on? And then we're gonna have one more cribbage tournament, and then we'll kick off into summer, so.
Okay. Any other questions for Jen?
Oh, I did. I was gonna ask, did you guys purchase a dishwasher a while back? So we actually purchased that?
We had it ordered, and then we talked to the plumber, and because of where the electrical is,
Okay.
it wasn't gonna pass the code,
Okay.
so it was too close, so now he's trying to design it to fit, and then we have to actually have a sink, so we're kind of waiting on how to build it without touching the electrical.
But do we have the dishwasher somewhere?
Not that one now, no, we didn't actually
We didn't actually buy it.
pay for it yet.
Oh, okay,
No.
all right. I was curious, because I just noticed that the other
Usually
day.
you can order it and then you pay afterwards, and so he ended up using it somewhere else, we're okay.
No other questions for Jen? Motion to accept your statement?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Next order of business to approve certificate of support for the replacement hospital for the hospital.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. The only thing left, we got questions from the audience. John, go ahead, step up there.
Wrong way.
Hey, John, can you talk in the mic so he can hear then?
Yeah.
I got it.
So, I'm really not quite sure what you're gonna do down there. Do you have a rendering of, the improvements you're gonna make down in the dock area there?
For the bidding?
Let a bid on the work, or did you advertise for bids?
That's what we voted on, so they can advertise for bids. They can complete the plans and then advertise for bids for the land portion of the pier. There's just half a block of work. I don't know really what it
But you're
installed.
not gonna make a drawing of it, and so like the neighbors are like,
No, they have not, they've given us a preliminary drawing, but that's what they want to do, is set a bid letting, and then release a set of plans for what they're doing there. Basically, it's a blacktopping, little infrastructure repair.
Reimbursements or? what?
Pardon me?
Is there any reimbursements?
I mean, it's covered by like our LC Smart grant and our bonding money.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
taken
Okay.
care of,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, we got money for it, it just, we don't even know what it's gonna cost, that's what he wants to set a bid out.
An engineer's estimate of the cost of the whole project, you don't have any?
No, don't have nothing, that's why he's asking for permission to drop a bid. Anything else? Yeah, Sue.
Well, that was the first time I heard that information from Todd, and I guess I just wanted to clarify this. Now, you all went ahead without approving an environmental impact statement or impact.
Worksheet, they're different.
Work assessment.
Right, you went ahead without that. However, if anything went wrong in the future, then the city of Ranier would be liable for anything that went wrong environmentally. Is that correct?
I don't know what's correct, Sue.
That's what Todd said.
That is what Jessica Parsons, per DNR, explained to me when I spoke to her.
Okay, and so you.
Is that it opens up a liability issue potentially, depending on if negative impacts were able to be documented and
If the
shown.
city did something wrong, I'm sure we'd have some liability, but right now,
It's not a matter of the city doing something wrong, it's if somehow this pier project or marina, or whatever we want to call it, destroys part of the environment and you never had an environmental impact assessment, then the city has to pick up the cost for that. Is that my understanding, Todd? Todd didn't hear me.
whatever went wrong, Sue, I'm going to get a clarification tomorrow from the head of the Environmental Review Board for the state of Minnesota, Ronald Duneen. And so he's Jessica's top boss.
You know what? I feel a lot more comfortable if that response went to Jen instead of you.
Well, Sue,
Because she thinks
Sue,
more like I do.
that's fine, but I gotta tell you, Sue, when it comes to the environment around here, I don't think anybody has done even close to what I have put forth to protect this environment in Rainy Lake. If it wasn't for myself and my company, that sewer up at Rainy Lake would not even exist right now. And then after that, who repaired that sewer line at City Beach? It sat there. If I hadn't found out about it, they were going to wait till spring before they fixed it. And I went there and raised particular hell, and they fixed it immediately. So as far as trusting somebody to watch over the environment, I don't think you've got a bigger advocate than this guy right here. No, I'm glad Sue and Jen and everybody else and Charlie and everybody's paying attention to this, because I live on this lake too. I don't want to see any environmental issues here. But right now, from what I've been told, there are none. That's all I've been told. So there's potential. There's always potential.
There's always potential, and I guess
But it can be like
I don't
chicken.
understand why the council wouldn't agree to that, especially since you're basically saying, four out of five are saying that if things went south and the city of Ranier was sued, that you all would be responsible. Now, Jen, apparently, I don't know if she would be or not, because she voted against it, but I'm just curious.
Well, this is going to be reviewed, be watched all the time, so when we see something's happening, it will be corrected. If there is some kind of action necessary, I'm sure everybody here will jump in and fix it. That's the way it is. I mean, there was potential that sewer line could have broke, and it did. And what happened? It got fixed. And that's why I look at this. We can't be like Chicken Little and worry about the sky's going to fall, the sky's going to fall. We got to keep moving ahead here, but we got to do it in a safe manner, and they're going to be monitoring this, and we know all that. The Corps is watching it, the DNR is watching it, our construction managers will be watching it, engineers are watching it. I don't know how much more people can be paying attention to it, and we want them to. I do too. So don't think I'm trying to force this environmental like a chemical plant or something on you, we're going to be driving piling in the ground here. And piling,
3M, when they started their Forever Chemicals, did not know that that was going to be around forever
Okay.
either. The second question that I had, is that correct that we need 100 people, if they sign a permission, if they sign a petition, could then force an
It
environmental?
it doesn't need to be residents of the city, you just need to be residents of the state. But also, it doesn't matter if the city gets that petition, it gets published in the EQB, but they are still responsible governmental unit, which means they can still receive that petition and still deny to do the environmental assessment worksheet.
Okay, I know in the past, John and I had a petition signed by 75 people, and it was just ignored.
There's
So-
a specific process you have to follow.
Okay, thank you very much.
well, any other questions? Motion to adjourn? Got a motion second, all in favor?
Please, a
Opposed?
second.
So carried. Thank you.